Hello children, this is Nagashri ma'am here. So today I'm going to start with EVS, okay, block 3 in EVS. So take out your textbooks and listen to what I'm going to explain. This is all about movement in animals. So it is going to tell us and give us information about how animals move differently, okay, what is the kind of movement they do and what parts of the body help them in moving such way. So all about this we are going to learn in this chapter. So here children, you can see there are so many pictures in the book given here. First I want to explain on page 18, animals move differently. Here they have explained all the animals, okay, like monkeys, longoros and squirrels and all. They walk, they run as well as they climb the trees. So their body is designed in such a way that they can walk, they can run fast, they can climb and jump from tree to tree. Okay, hope you have all observed it. And what about pandas and koalas? So here in figure 1 you can see koala which is climbing a tree. Yes, even it can also walk, run and also climb the trees. And even panda animals also. And other animals such as rabbits, kangaroos and all, they move, okay? How do they move? Rather than walking and running, you can see them moving by jumping. Okay, they hop, they jump and they move forward and backward. So that is how they move with the help of their hind legs. So what is hind legs? I'm going to tell you very shortly. And next, if you have observed animals like horses, deer, cheetahs and all, they run so fast as well as they will walk also. Yes, so they run so fast, the cheetah and all, even the horse, they are known as fastest running animals, including deer. And what about ants, cockroaches and few insects and all? They crawl, okay? Actually, they will not walk, they will crawl. Next, what is the difference between crawling and creeping? Creeping means snakes, okay? Lizards, crocodiles, these animals and all, they will creep and crawl as well. And snakes will move by creeping. So, creeping in the sense the body will be very close to the ground when they move. Okay, so the body they don't have legs as such, hence the body itself will, yes, it will move in a zigzag manner so that it will help the snakes like animals to move forward and backwards and all. It is known as creeping. Its body will be very close to the ground. You can see here itself whichever words it is in bold and black in letter, bold and black in color, you can see the meanings of such words below on the same page. Next, what about birds and aquatic animals? Animals which are, okay, that lives in water and sea and all. How do they move? Okay, the fishes and all, they swim in water and they cannot walk on land. And what about birds? They fly in the air as well as they live on land. Yes, they will hop and they will hop on the branches of the trees as well as on the ground. They will walk slowly, the birds and all. But what about fishes? They will swim in water. And fishes can't fly, other animals can't fly, but birds can fly as they have wings. Next, what about frogs and turtles and all? They can swim as well. Okay, they can swim in water. Also, they can walk and hop on land. Isn't it, children? Yes. Next, moving on to ducks. So you can see here ducks paddle in water and waddle on land. What is the meaning of paddle? Paddle means nothing. Swimming with the help of the legs, which is known as limbs. Okay. In animals we call it limbs and in humans we call it as legs. So ducks paddle. Paddle in the sense with the help of the limbs. They will swim in water as well as they will waddle on land. What is the meaning of waddle? That means to walk with short and tiny steps on land. As I told, other birds also, they will walk on land with tiny steps, right? If you have observed pigeons, crows and all, you will get to know. Please observe, children. So here they are discussing how the movement of animals is different from one another. So moving on to next part, that is limbs help in movement. So children, what is the meaning of limbs? Limbs, as I mentioned earlier, okay, the legs of the animals, the birds and all, it is known as limbs. And there are two kinds of legs, that is the hind legs, okay, and the forelegs. That means just see the tiger here, the picture of the tiger. You can see four legs, right children? Two in the forward, in the front, and two at the back. So the legs, the two legs in the front, okay, is known as forelegs. So all the animals have four legs, right? So two legs in the front, at the front is known as forelegs, and the legs which is back, that is back legs of an animal, of any animal, is known as hind legs. Okay, so if you see, some animals move very fast, okay, like they will also run and they can walk fast. Some animals such as goats and even cows, lions, tigers and all, they walk and run using their legs. Of course, all the animals walk and run using their legs, but what about rabbits and kangaroo like animals? Yes, they will jump, right? They will jump and they will not use all their four legs. They will use only their hind legs, okay, while jumping. So this helps them to jump for long distances. So they can jump as far as they can with the help of the hind legs, because the hind legs, the legs which are at back, are very long than the legs which are at front, that is the four legs. When compared to other animals, or when compared to the four legs, they are not of equal size. So the hind legs is long, which helps them to jump, okay, as far as they can for long distances. And what about the animals such as goats, cows, lions, tigers, deers and all? They walk and they run using their all the four legs equally, and they are all of same size. And because of this, they can move faster, they can run faster and all. Okay? Yes. And what about, yes, animals such as monkeys, langurs, squirrels, pandas and all, they live on trees, right children? So how will they climb the trees? If you have observed a monkey, you can see in the figure 7. They will use their four legs, okay? They will use it as hand, isn't it? So they'll use their four legs to climb the trees. And you know what? They have long fingers which help them to climb and catch hold of the tree. Okay, it will give a good grip for the monkeys to climb fast. And they will also use their feet and tails to climb. Okay, even the feet also they will use, that is the hind legs. And not only that, even the tail, they will jump from one branch to another branch with the support of the tail. Okay children, and if you observe closely, the squirrels and the pandas and all, they will use their four legs, the legs which are at the front, to climb. And also they have sharp nails, thin sharp nails which are curved. Okay, they are called as claws. They are like C shaped. Okay, so now you know what is the meaning of claws, right children? It is thin, sharp nails. You can see the meaning of claws here on the same page. Okay. On animals' feet, actually it is curved nails. It is slightly C in shape. Okay, the nails. So that they can catch hold and have a good grip over the branches and the trunks of the trees. So the squirrels and pandas use their four legs, and the four legs are very strong, which help them to climb the trees. And also, yes, they have claws in their legs, all the four legs. Not only four legs, even the hind legs, that is all the four legs, they have claws. That means their nails are really very sharp and they are slightly curved in shape, in C shaped, so that they can climb faster and it will make their movement on trees easier. Because these animals like monkeys, kangaroos, squirrels and all, they live on trees, right children? So moving on to next page, you can see animals that fly and swim. So these animals doesn't have legs. You cannot see any legs here. In birds, of course, we can see two some tiny small legs which are known as limbs, okay, here. And let's see how will they move faster. But even the birds will fly high, they will move fast, and also fish, they will swim fast. They do not have legs, but how is the movement of such animals supportive for them to move in air and water easily, children? If you closely observe the body shape of the bird and also the fish, they are boat shaped. Yes, they are boat shaped. So children, why is their bodies shaped like this? Because they are in boat shaped, it will help them to move in air and water easily. Okay, so land animals have legs, they will use their legs to move from place to place, right? But what about sea animals, aquatic animals, and also birds and all? Let's see birds first. So how will the birds move usually, children? You will, yes, see the birds moving from place to place by flying, right? Not walking and going or running and all. They will fly. How will they fly? By using their wings. You can see in the picture given below itself, wings. So what will they do with the wings? They will move their wings up and down. That is called as flapping their wings, okay? That is moving the wings up and down. Why will they do so? So as the wings of the birds rise up, that is moves up, okay? It will help the birds to move forward in air. So even while rowing the boat, row your boat, you can just, think of the action what we do. We row the boat, we will do it forward, and then we will hold the oar, right children? We will hold the oar and push the oar backwards so that the boat will move in the forward direction. In the same way, the birds also, as they rise up their wings, as they flap their wings up, they will move forward, and this flapping of the wings up and down will help the birds to move forward in the air. And you know what? Their body weight is really very light. They have very lightweight bodies because they have to fly up high, right? If their body weight is too heavy, then they cannot fly up in the sky. So birds like cocks, hens, ostriches and all, they can't fly. Why? Because their body weight is too heavy. So the cocks and hens, they can fly only up to certain height, but not as high as other birds because your body weight is too heavy. And even ostrich, it will run fast, it cannot fly because its body weight is really heavy, children. So the birds bodies are really light in weight so that they can easily fly up in the sky. And you know what? They do also have bones, and you might ask, isn't their bones heavy? The bones are really very strong and they're heavy, right? Usually. But the bones in the birds are designed in such a way that, they are hollow. Hollow means which have empty space. So inside the bone, it is empty. So the bone is only there so that to give the shape to the body of the bird. And it is not at all heavy in weight. It is hollow. Hollow means inside the bones, it is empty. Okay, children? And next, what about fishes and other aquatic animals and all? So as I told you, even aquatic animals bodies and all, they are usually boat in shape, right? It is called boat shaped bodies so that they can move easily, smoothly without any disturbances in water because they do not have legs, right children? Yes. And instead of wings, so wings is used by birds, right? Birds have wings to fly up in the sky and move forward and backward and all, whatever it is. But what about fishes? They have fins, So the fishes have fins and also the tail fin. You can see in the figure here. These fins will help in the movement of fishes, okay, to move forward, to swim forward, backward, or whichever direction it wants to. So the tail fin actually pushes the water, okay, it pushes the body of the fish through the water, and also it helps to move the fish to move in forward direction. It helps the fish to move in the forward direction. Okay, children. So the fins and tail fin are used by fishes and other aquatic animals to swim in water. They actually swim, right? Yes. So moving on to next page. Need for animals to move. So why do animals move? Why do they actually move from one place to another? Of course, nobody is going to cook food, meals, delicious food and all, and nobody is going to serve the animals, right? So the animals have to go in search of of their own food. They have to go and hunt for other animals. Yes, if they are eating or hunting, if they are depending on other animals, then they have to go and hunt the other animals. And cows, squirrels and all, yes, they have to go in search of food, right? They will go in search of food and they have to satisfy their hunger. So some animals actually move in search of food, and while other animals, they try to escape from the stronger animals which are known as predators, which which come to attack the smaller animals. Okay, so some animals move to save themselves from being hunted, so they will move faster and they will search for the safer place. And yes, so, and if you can just see here, a tiger runs after a deer to catch it. It wants to hunt the deer, and it wants deer for what? For food purpose, right? It wants to eat the deer so that its hunger is satisfied. And what about the poor deer? The deer will also try to escape from the tiger, right? So it will also run faster and it wants to save itself. So it will also move. Why it's moving here? Why it's running here? To escape from the tiger. So children, actually animals move usually in search of food or to save themselves. And you know what? Some animals actually they move from place to place in shelter, in search of shelter. That means they are not going to construct houses like we do, isn't it? So a shelter is a place that gives actual protection for the animals from whatever heat, rain and all, and also from the other dangerous animals. So they will go in shelter, go in the search of shelter, like tigers and lions and all, they live in dens. Squirrels and all, they live in burrows, and also rabbits also, they live in burrows. Okay, monkeys and all, they live in trees. So this is how actually they will go in search of shelter. And you know what? Some animals like monkeys, dolphins, dogs and all, they actually move for fun also, to play, okay, to have fun. So isn't it funny, children? So even they also have fun like us, and they also go in search of food as we do. They also go, what they want shelter like we do, because to protect themselves from not only sun, heat, rain and all, but also from other stronger animals. Okay children, so this is why actually animals move from place to place. So did you like this lesson, children? Now I want all of you to go through this lesson, read this once or twice, and also don't forget to practice these words, okay, which are given in each page. So on each page you can see words with their meanings. So please practice the words with their meanings in your rough book. Anyways, I am going to give notes for this lesson very soon. Thank you kids. Bye.